My name is Keefe, and I'm going to be talking about how we go about estimating the impact of reimbursement changes. As it gets closer to the end of the year, we'll be getting new rates from Medicare, and occasionally you get new rates from the other insurers. And I like to do a forecast and see how much any kind of fee schedule changes are going to impact my financial statements. So again, my name is Keefe. I'm the CFO at Metro Imaging here in St. Louis. So what I'm going to do is show you a spreadsheet I've created, and I pulled the top codes for an orthopedic group. So when you're evaluating your fee schedule, you can, if you have a lot of CPT codes, it's best to take possibly your top 20 codes and look at those, because nobody has time to look at all their codes. So these are the top codes for an orthopedic group that I've keyed in. And what I have here is the CPT code description, which you're probably all familiar with, the CPT code. We're going to talk about volume in a minute. I'm going to be analyzing the Medicare rate changes. So I'm going back, since we don't have 2015 yet, I'm going to go back and look at 2013 and 2014 and look at that impact. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to key in the 2013 rates and the 2014 rates and see what the variances are. As we get this in here, I'll show you what all these other columns are about, because I'd like to do a few things. Now, if you've already done this for the prior year, you've got 2013 in. Since we haven't done it, we have to key in both this year. So I've got about 40 codes here. So what we have to do first is get the fee schedule. So for that, we go to the WPS website. And I'm hoping most of you have been on here. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this, but we go to the WPS website for providers in Missouri. I'm in St. Louis. And I'm going to go to Accept. I'm going to go to Fee Schedules. And I'm going to go to the current year fee schedules. If I need 2013, which in this case I do, here is the prior year pricing. Over here you can get any year that you need. But let's go ahead and look at the current year first. I'm going to get the 2014 Medicare Physician Fee Schedule. And I am in Missouri, locality 01. You can use either PDF. We'll take a quick look at that. So you can use the PDF. It has the CPT codes to the left, par amounts here, and non-par amounts, of course. Right. Or if you prefer, you can, and this is the one I like to download the Excel file. I'm going to pull up the downloaded file. Here's the Excel spreadsheet. And this is similar, but it's a little bit easier to work with. Here's, again, all the CPT codes with the par amounts. If you're talented, you could probably automate looking this up using a VLOOKUP command. So that you don't have to key all this in. I am not that talented, so I would, look at this and then find my CPT code and then key my value in over here. Now, to save us time on this video, I have already done that. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up my other file that has the fees in here. So here's the file where I've already keyed in the 2013 and the 2014 Medicare rates. So there's a couple things I like to do. I go ahead and have a column computing the increase or decrease in the individual CPT code and the percentage. The reason being, I like to scan down here by code and see where my biggest impacts are. So you can see in these, this is down by $15.20, but that's 23%. If I do a lot of these, I'm going to be worried about that. This one is also down significantly. Now, if I only do one of these, I may not care. There's another code that's down very significantly, 56%, another one 64%. The rest of them are mostly down. This is Medicare, but there's a few increases here and there. So my next step would be to key in my Medicare volumes. Now, hopefully you can export a report from your practice management system that has the CPT code, the description, and your Medicare volumes. I can do that. If you can't get Medicare specific volumes out of your system, then you can key in your total volumes and then just add another column. You usually know that Medicare is 20% of your business, 40% of your business. Just take those volumes times your patient mix and use that. So I don't know what the volumes are for this group, but I'm going to start keying some in, and then we'll talk about the other things we want to do with this. So I'm just going to key in a few volumes, and what this does for me is starts computing the impact. So what it's doing in this weighted average is for 2013, it's taking the Medicare rate for 2013 times my Medicare volume, telling me what I would have been reimbursed in 2013. For 2014, it's doing the same thing, taking my last year's Medicare volume, but times the 2014 reimbursement rate to see how much I'm going to get for 2014. When you add all these up, at the bottom, I'm also computing this increase-decrease. It will tell you at the bottom, once you get all your volumes in, here's the impact for the estimated impact for the year on your Medicare business. So, and again, I would do these scan down here to see which codes are going to have the biggest impact on me. I'll put in a few more here. Scanning down this column looking for the big changes. But at the bottom is where you get your estimated impact. And that helps me plan my next year. I would use the same methodology for Medicare, for Blue Cross, United Healthcare. Anyone that gives me a fee schedule change, I will use the same type of calculation. Personally, at Metro Imaging, we don't have hundreds and hundreds of CPT codes, so I do almost our entire code list. And it gives me a really then good idea of what the impact is going to be. The more of your code you do, the more accurate your estimate will be. So just wanted to give you a quick methodology for analyzing fee schedule changes, and would be happy to share this spreadsheet with anyone who is interested. There's my contact information. Feel free to email me with any questions. Thank you.